Every mile, every calorie, every rep. When you're working hard, it all counts, and everything has to be accurate. I'm Jaime Rivera with Pocketnow, and this is Pocketnow Fitness. Even though Android Wear is still far from the popularity of products like Fitbit, we get constant questions on Twitter from users who are looking for a good Android Wear smartwatch that can also do fitness well. Android Wear offerings have sadly lagged behind in this, favoring good looks over a versatile design that can be easily adapted for fitness, like in the case of the Apple Watch. But Motorola intends to change that dramatically with the Moto 360 Sport. Our separate unboxing video can tell you more about what you get in the box, but in a nutshell, if you've ever unboxed the standard Moto 360, the experience here is pretty much the same. We get the same round box with the same Qi wireless charging cradle that we've come to love, allowing you to turn the Moto 360 Sport into a night clock whenever charging. The similarities with the Moto 360 end there, though. The Sport variant is a millimeter smaller in diameter than the larger standard variant, sports an any-light hybrid display protected by Gorilla Glass 3 as opposed to a traditional LCD, and the GPS antenna to improve tracking accuracy. The textured ring surrounding the display provides a nice elegant touch that also serves for user confidence while beating up the device during a workout. It's sadly not as customizable as its standard sibling, giving you only 3 color options to choose from, and then adding the major hurdle of a non-replaceable band, something which does pose some major concerns for wear and tear in the long run. But you know what? The choices in fit and finish all contribute to a great experience wearing the Moto 360 Sport. The silicone texture on the band feels top-notch in the arm, and it's also far lighter than the standard variant, allowing you to forget about the watch while you're training, something that's really essential in fitness. Now, if you thought this watch would serve for all types of training grounds, that's not necessarily the case. Yes, you are running Android Wear 1.3 on a very powerful Snapdragon 400 processor, meaning the experience is very fluid, and third-party applications load quickly. It also includes the standard Moto 360 watch phases, which are all great, and in addition to that, a specific Moto 360 watch phase that provides your daily activity at a glance, which is very cool. And yes, as an Android Wear watch, you can load it with a ton of applications that center on fitness, but sadly this still needs work. Most of these third-party applications require you to be connected to the phone in order to work, or don't take advantage of features like the optical heart rate sensor when you do, or the GPS for that matter, leaving this watch a step behind of the likes of other products like the Fitbit Surge, for example. That said, if you're a runner, there is a lot to love about the Moto 360 Sport. Motorola has extended its proprietary Moto Body fitness application to now support running in a big way. First of all, it works without the need of the phone, which is awesome, and since this is Android Wear, you do get 4GB of storage to sync music along with you. The separate running module was designed to track your run whether you're doing so indoors through the built-in pedometer or outdoors through the GPS. You can either set mileage or time goals before you start, or you can simply go for a quick start and hit the road. Word of warning though, that quick start module currently doesn't catch up with you as competing watches do. We had a few runs with horrendous differences in mileage, mainly because the watch never caught on to the GPS signal. At first we thought we had a bad review unit and tested a replacement, but it turned out that the issue was the mode alone. Simply make sure to wait for the watch to pick up GPS signal first and then go for your run. Once all that is said and done, boy, you are really good to go. The any-light display is probably too dim for regular use, and the ambient light sensor is rather aggressive as well, but when you're on the road, you're gonna like what you see. I simply love how the always-on mode turns the watch's display black and white while you run, making sunlight only enhance the visibility of your stats in the process. This watch is also one of the few, if not the only running watches that actively detects your heart rate zone on the watch phase, helping you either reduce your pace or speed up if you're interested in either fat burning or improving your physical condition. Pausing your run is also a simple double tap on the display, which is awesome on a touch display since you don't have to worry about your hands being wet. And once you end your run, you're treated to a very detailed summary of how it went. This summary also allows you to calibrate the run if you ran indoors, though that calibration won't work outdoors, so again, make sure the GPS is locked before you start. You'd think all the activity would kill the watch's battery, and even here Motorola did a great job. An average 5-mile run and then a day of moderate to heavy use usually leaves me with around 30% of battery life at the end of the day, which is the usual for Android Wear nowadays. It's just sad that the Moto 360 Sport only caters to runners at the moment, and that's mainly because of all the additions that the company has made even to the Moto body application on the phone. Still, Motorola claims to extend functionality to other workouts in the near future, and if we were to judge these by what we're seeing right now with the running application, I'd say it's worth the wait. Overall, I feel that Motorola did a good startup job with the Moto 360 Sport. The company could have simply played its cool, launched a couple of silicone bands for the standard Moto 360, and fitted with a GPS, but only a runner would understand how important it is to not run with such a heavy watch, so I feel that the Moto 360 Sport does have a niche for it. You might feel that $299 is rather steep for a fitness watch that only does running good, but the watch is priced accordingly if you compare it to your average Garmin smartwatch that will most likely only serve you for running and a few other limited tasks. Where the Moto 360 Sport wins is that it runs Android Wear, meaning that there's promise that you'll soon get more for that same amount of money. Folks, just like in the case of the Moto 360 Sport, we've got more episodes of Pocketnow Fitness, so make sure to keep it locked to Pocketnow.com by following us on social media and subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. You can follow me on Twitter, Jaime_Rivera, on Instagram at Jaime Rivera, and you can also watch our videos on Vessel at Vessel.com/Pocketnow. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I am Jaime Rivera. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.